Yeah. Okay.
It's
Before I lose guard on this,
a wrong and then again.
Efe, thank you. Why are you always giving us bedroom voice in this intro?
I know,
Excuse
right?
me. Excuse me.
She does that, and then after some time, when the gist is hot and is
As
operating,
in,
Guards.
you change.
Okay. Well. Welcome to another episode of The Black Bra. I am Olori.
I am Eka.
and I am if baby girl. How y'all
Efe, no, they make us wait
doing?
again. No,
How
they make
y'all
us wait.
doing?
You have been won before. They won you last week.
Abby,
They won
she's
you last
like,
My
week.
fault too.
she's
Is
like,
this
how
my
y'all
country?
doing?
It's UAR. UAR is the internet.
So today is going to be a Big Brother Nigeria episode.
Oh my
If you
god.
have any gist, please feel free to bring it up so that we can move on. Any gist on the table?
No, is in relation to Big Brother. I just want to say that in all that is happening with Big Brother, guess who's trending? Eric and Wayne Dillon. That is not even in the Big Brother reunion. She's trending, man.
No, but
I think they said she's
apparently she's
coming.
coming
Oh,
on Monday. She's coming on
yeah,
Monday.
Hey,
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
yeah.
As Pasha, she's an alumni of the this thing now.
Wow, that's gonna be a hot one.
Yes, I think she's gonna give like a hot on
Please,
the
I have to
because
know. I
yeah.
have to know who's Insta live. I will watch it on because. Wow. That's gonna be a hot one, though. Hey, wow.
Let me start with maybe just a high level one. I think many people are pissed off that they committed to watching this show
Mm-hmm.
and all this juice that Katrina
We
is
didn't
bringing
see.
for us. We did not see it. So what was the point of paying? 'Cause I think they were on, is it DSTV show Max? So you have to
Mm,
pay a premium, if I'm not mistaken, right, to watch
yeah.
the show. So after paying your premium, you're now waiting for reunion to that year. What happened?
The cameraman who is
As
titled
in,
Kayode.
Kayode, yeah.
Kayode no try at all
at
because
all.
me I don't even know because at one point I started wondering, is it that they have scripted this reunion or what? Because
Yep.
things were happening, things have been happening, and there is no how we would have missed it. The amount of people that watch Big Brother Nigeria, some people watch it, it's on because when they are
Yeah.
sleeping, some people still give us gist of when people were
Mm-hmm.
doing funny things by 3
Yes,
a.m. in the morning.
yes,
So they
yes.
can't tell us that we missed it. We did not. Uh-uh.
Some influencers made their career off of covering
Do you
BBN.
get?
So there's no way
So
they would have missed it because it's their work.
even all these shower things self, at least show us when they are proceeding to the shower. Not that they are, don't show us when they are showering, no. But we are now hearing that this one and this one were going to shower together. What is happening? Why didn't even they show us them going together to go and shower? Uh-uh.
Because
There
there
are
seem to
many.
be many relationships that were brewing or
Yeah.
that started that were not final that so you and you kissed really
Exactly.
when
Ah,
in fact that brings me in fact let me just move there now
to the
when
main
we
one.
were blaming that where did we see chemistry between Dora and Brighto that Dora
Yeah.
is being a cheerful giver, right? We don't know what
We don't
Kayode did
know.
not
We
show
don't know what
us.
happened.
Yeah, we
We
don't know
don't know.
what Kayode did not show us that maybe gave Dora a confidence to go forth and not go and land the next morning. So Kayode, I don't know. I'm not saying that they should sack you, but you didn't try.
You didn't try at all.
So that
But you see,
when people are defending their faith, they are defending based
we
on
can
on
look
Mm-hmm.
back
facts.
and track.
Yeah.
Yes.
And can I
Eh,
just say, I remember reading a blog and people were saying, I don't know how they had a leak, but apparently people were saying stuff about how Coyote, like some people saw some things that Erica and what's that boy's name? Kid, like that they did. I'm not going to say because it's too explicit to say what they
Wow.
saw. But I'm like, when I heard that gist, I thought, oh, it was a lie. But now that we're seeing that things happened and we didn't even see it on TV, then I mean, I'm going to believe that gist now.
But is that also an angle of I know like we're a conservative society in Nigeria.
Hmm.
So is there an element of yes, this is an 18 show, yes, it's after hours, but we cannot for the societal let's say hypocrisy, we cannot show everything.
Hmm.
So if someone is doing something
Yeah.
like we can't show that because maybe
Hmm.
NBC will block us or something to
Yeah.
that if maybe there's an element of that in from the producer's standpoint where they can't just show everything as is, as is because cultural backlash, because people are already backlashing, people without knowing all of this were backlashing the
Yeah.
show. So imagine if they saw all this.
So they are the ones enjoying it, the producers and cameramen. We
My
that we are
dear,
paying for it, we
it
won't
be like
enjoy
so.
it, Abi.
It be like
Shebi,
so.
they were the ones, the people that decided, the contestants. They knew they were being recorded, but they
That's
still
true.
went to
Mm-hmm.
go and do it.
That's
So
true.
why are we trying to cover people's modesty when they don't want to cover it by themselves?
And you another thing that I think if it was bring up in the group chat, that like it's really just 3 months.
Yeah, so short. Like all
So
these things.
like I think like so you really can't, like, is it that you loved up in the 3 months? I mean, see, one night stands happen, it is what it is. But from
Yeah.
hearing the story, many of them seem to have thought that they were in some sort of
No,
Mm-hmm.
now, but what?
relationship
But
or
let's
entanglements.
no, but let's realize that it's 3 months of boredom. You're locked in a
That's
house.
true. That's a fair one.
No phone, safe, no
They should have
TV.
done like Tolani now. Sure, we saw what Tolani was doing. Must you go
So
and
what was she doing?
open your
Sorry,
mouth?
sorry.
Donald
Open
was
your mouth.
satisfying herself.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
now.
okay. I wasn't.
I
I
mean,
did not
it's
know
like 3 months.
this.
Even in the real world, I'm like, in 3 months, am I going to? I mean, I don't know. If
No,
it's
but
not an angel, but
what I'm saying is that in 3 months, even outside the house, are you sitting down in your house with a man that has 6 packs, no phone, no
mm,
TV, inside the same room? Ife, are you telling me your body will
24/7.
not be hot 24/7? Hey
I
God.
like I doubt that. Except no, like
Excuse me, please let nobody who has not experienced it not talk. Oh.
I don't understand what this shit is. I really don't understand what this shit is
No,
about.
what
First
I'm
of all,
saying, no, it's not a shade because all of us have no experience being locked up for 3 months without phone, without TV, without being able to go out with people that you might be attracted to. So when that
okay,
Mm,
okay,
happens,
okay.
it's me. I cannot say I will not do anything. Why? Because
yeah.
do you understand? Because even though you want to try, if every day, let's say for example, three of us here, if every day there are your spec is coming to disturb you every day, coming to ask you how are you doing, you don't have anything you're doing apart from sitting down and talking. Next thing next, your mind will start going because you the only thing you have is your mind and daydreaming and eating and playing silly big brother games that they give you. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I that's the excuse I'm going to give them. Apart, and we are sexual creatures as human beings, as we have seen now from Big Brother. So apart from that, man, me, I don't know
No, but
if
that
they.
makes sense in the sense of right, because what I was objecting to is that I'm not just going to see you, and because you look fine, then it is what it is, right? I'm saying there has to be some sort of like, maybe because we're
Yeah.
spending so much time together, we're building a relationship. There's something emotional. I'm not saying that we're in love, right? But there's something,
Yeah.
we're building a friendship or something, and so of that basis, I can see how
Mm.
you can lose guard,
Yeah,
right?
we're in lust. We're not in
Mm-hmm.
love, but we are in lust of each other.
Exactly,
That's
because
it.
I say you're talking to the same person over, because everyone is forming alliances, and to me,
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like yes, like to me, I think the reason why sometimes we focus on the physical in a relationship outside, like a big brother scenario, is because you have the option. Do you get what I'm saying? If all the sexy guys are taken in the house, I am forming a bond with the not so sexy one in the house, I feel like you can also knock that guy because that's who you're having a connection with. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah, that
Like,
makes sense.
yeah, like,
Actually, that makes sense because you now
yeah,
start seeing the person more than the physical because you're having
exactly.
conversations. Yeah.
Because physical
Yep.
can only take you, because initially,
So far.
Even Erica was, I won't say she was feeling Lekon, but
Mm.
there was I say
Closeness.
a closeness there. If
Yeah.
kid had gone for Nengi,
She would have. Yeah.
what may or may not have happened, because from what we heard from the story from the housemates, Lekon is
Yeah.
endowed in a good way. So
Hmm.
like, so we don't know.
Ah.
And when Erica drinks, we don't know what happens. As you get what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
So
Mm.
yeah, so and Lekon too was catching feelings because him too was forming bodyguard of Erica, denying that she drank, and then was forming that let kid not come near her, something to that effect. Sha. So anything can happen when you're
Anything.
forming
Oh,
an emotional bond with somebody because you have no other choice than to do that because there's a
Yeah.
limited number of
you're
people
stuck. Yeah.
in the
I
house. So
mean,
there's that.
even during lockdown, we have seen how even at least that this one now they have TV and what do you call it, phone safe and laptop and gadgets.
That's
But you
true.
can see that the rate at which there was pregnancies after lockdown was high. So you can imagine.
There's somebody on this table. This table will be broken.
because I don't know who is on table, but because you can see how many baby mamas are emerging everywhere.
That's true.
Oh
That's a
God.
So
true one. Even Nick Cannon was very busy.
6 months, 6 months,
Uh,
4 goals.
for
Uh,
goals as a
uh,
wow.
so that shows that even with just restriction of going out to the office, people are doing funny things. Imagine 3 months in a house. Hey.
So let's go on some specific storylines that came out this week, right? Two specific.
Hmm.
First of all, let me give a shout out to Auntie Katrina. She gave us life. She gave us
She did.
life
Uh-uh.
Oh my God. She
all
was
through
chilling.
the
VPN
she was
access.
chilling. She was Queen
Oh my
Katrina.
God.
I'm with
Oh.
you.
Oh God. Oh.
Moving on from Queen K. The first story, the Watoni, Brighto, and Dora triangle,
Hmm.
Hmm.
right? Now, there's basically what had happened was Dora apparently, from the beginning of the story, it seems like Watoni and Dora knew that they both had a
Hmm.
liking for Brighto, right?
Yeah.
And I think from what I had heard that they had a pre-meeting of who will spend the night with, so that it's not competition. Okay, you get this night, I get the next night,
Hmm.
right? So that was so they agreed that Dora will spend that night with him. In the course of spending the
Yeah.
night, she gave him oral sex. Let's put it that way. Um,
Hmm.
and then but Tony found out the next morning when she went to go and make the bed. I guess for her own eventual
Rest.
rest, right? So she found out the next morning when she went to go make the bed. So on the reunion show, it came out that Batoni was trying to explain herself and said that she did not expect that you spend the night in his bed meant that there would be any sexual activity going on. So she was surprised by that the next morning. And Dora owned this with her full chest that yeah, that's what happened. But that she was angry the next morning because he acted like like she did not exist the next morning. Like she just was a non-entity, if that makes sense. And Brighto was saying that when he was in the
Yeah.
middle, so he didn't want to hurt um either side of the triangle. That's either Batoni or Dora. Now, you ladies have the temerity to tell me that it's Dora's fault because she did not state that what she wanted before she offered these gifts of oral pleasures. And I'm like, this Brighto is a mad person because you knew that you knew you were in a triangle before you were offered this oral sex. You were aware of that, right? You were also aware
Mm-hmm.
of the fact that this oral pleasures that you were being offered could complicate this triangle that you're claiming that you didn't want to complicate. So what do you
Yeah.
now mean that the next morning or you did not know how to approach her or you didn't want to complicate issue? I'm like, you already accepting the sex or the oral sex the night before, you've already complicated issues because there's a third party
Mm-hmm.
that even though you're not committed to her, right, would be offended by that. So to me, I don't like when adults want to only go based on the legal what I would say the legal framework, which is that none of these girls are your girlfriends. You have no commitment to any of them. In fact, I think Brighton was actually engaged outside the house, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So none of these girls, Watoni or Dora, had any legal claim
Yeah.
to you. So you can go on that argument, but for someone of integrity, you cannot tell me that you did not know that this will complicate the triangle, especially knowing that you do not have a favorite, or you do not, or you weren't trying to pick one. So you were just collecting from the kinikon, hiding under the guise of, oh, we're all adults here, we're all doing our thing. Like, no, there are very few women that will give you oral sex without expecting and this is when why men throw me off all the time, right? Most women, I'm not saying that women don't do one night stand kind of a
Yeah.
thing, but the data shows that a lot of times women don't get the pleasure from sex, and family coming and things like that, right? So many
Yeah.
times they are exchanging that sexual activity for like that's their trade. I will give you sex, you will give me emotional security, something to that effect. So men want sex, women want emotional security. I'm not saying this as a
Yeah.
as a general. I'm just saying like more often than not. It may be a social how we're conditioned socially, maybe, but that's basically more often than not. So as a man, knowing fully well that you don't want to miss that end of the bargain, why are you having sex with her under the guise of and she offered and we're adults? She most likely,
Yeah.
except you're sure that she's going to enjoy, as in they're going to finish work. No, it's true. Then what has she? As in, I don't know why as adults we're comfortable collecting without giving back. I don't really understand that concept. So
Okay,
please,
but in this case, Dora offered no. Like he didn't say, "Oh yeah, come."
yeah. No, but what like I'm not exempting Dora from offense here, in the sense
Mm.
that you did not also clarify as well. But I'm saying
Yeah.
that is a legal argument. As someone of integrity, you go beyond the legal. In that, would
Yeah.
Dora had given you this oral kiniko if she thought that she would be ignored the next morning? No, because as she has said on the show, she regrets because I think she was expecting that this would further further our love, right? And you give her a lot the next day. So for me, if and I'm thinking about this morning, for me the equivalent is women collecting gifts from men. He buys you a car,
Yeah.
he buys you iPhone, and you're claiming that I didn't beg you for it. I'm like, sister, you didn't beg him. That's quite all right, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how many men are giving you cars and phone under the guise of
Mm.
we are just friends? How many guys? So you know that there is an underlying, whether the guy is not being um confident enough to express himself or he's being a coward or whatever,
Yeah.
but there's an expectation. So if you are someone of integrity, can I meet this? Like, so they can give me a car now. Am I willing to sleep with
Mm-hmm.
him? Am I willing to date him? If the answer is no, reject the car.
Then will you say this in a context of the you have 24/7 cameras watching you and you don't know what is happening? If you may I didn't even know Brighto has fiance outside safe.
As
Maybe
in,
Yeah.
why I'm saying this is because maybe as they have done the deal in the night. Him too, he has regretted it. He doesn't want it to come out, so it's better to keep quiet because this analogy of car and like gift, collecting gift for everything. This is outside a house that has camera on you. Maybe the guy wanted to codedly keep quiet about it so that let us not
mm-hmm.
talk about it before anybody
Yeah.
outside will now know that we did
No,
BJ
but
because
see, no, but
now
no, no, but this is
we
beyond
didn't
talking about it.
know
No, 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 but
until they brought it in reunion.
no, but this is beyond talking about it. As far, so even if nobody knew, Dora and Brato knew,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
I've sucked you off the night before, right? And you see, no, is it?
Voila.
This is our it's a R 18 episode, please. I've sucked you off the night before, and then the
Anything
next
you should suck
morning,
is lollipop oh.
like
or ice
and
cream.
and the next morning you ignore me, even if nobody knew, right? You've hurt me in that instance. If I knew that I would be ignored the next day, I
No,
would not
but
have
did
done
you
it.
ignore her that she said hi and he didn't answer her? Or she was sitting down and waiting for him to bring flowers and breakfast to the bedroom?
But
Which
whatever
one?
it is, 'cause as we've said, Kyle did not show us everything. So we don't know
True.
what signals you were giving her to make her feel that let her go forth. Because I said if she did this as a purely, I'm doing charity, freebies, giveaway,
Mm-hmm.
right? She will not care what happened the next morning. So obviously
Yeah.
for me there was a we are like what like yeah, as I'm giving you green light, you're giving me green lights, right? So
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
maybe not good morning, but the same thing that led me to feel like we were in a place that I could do that for you the night before. Why wasn't that like
Mm.
if we were that close the night before? Why can't you not come and tell me the hello in the morning too?
Mm. To be honest, I think I said this in a group chat that Brighto was cold when he just decided to not.
Exactly.
No, he was, and that one is straight up right. But then me, but my disappointment in Dorothy is, why is it Brighto? When did this
As in, I don't
relationship
get
build
to.
No, but that
that
was
is
saying we
Brighto?
didn't
Hey.
see because
If
Kayode is to blame. We
no,
didn't see
but then
the build
if
up.
no, but if we didn't see, that means it wasn't that strong. Do you get what I'm saying? How come we
Mm.
saw her and Ozo's own? Because it is that kind of thing of, if it was Ozo now, I will understand. You understand? And I'll be fully on her side. But how Brighto entered this whole
No,
talk?
but us from a commercial standpoint, the Dora Dengi also triangle is a much commercial story than Batoni and but like Batoni and
True,
Baito
true,
for the
true.
most part were like background like as in,
Non-existent.
yeah. Dora was the star of that triangle only
Yeah.
because she was in the also Nengi triangle. And then Erica
Mm.
was giving us vibes too. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they were
true.
higher other stories to
So
focus
we
on
don't
than
know. We
yeah.
don't know. But then still, I mean, ah, but still, if Brighto and Watoni and Dora's triangle was bubbling to the point, we would have still they would have commercially moved us there.
Yeah.
What I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is that it didn't bubble enough for them to move us there. And I don't think I never saw Brighto in the house as a person that was actively pushing for this thing, or for love, or for relationship, or for oral sex, or whatever. Me,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel, if you see, my own issue is that, okay, first, Brighto. From us outside, we already know, we already have tagged Brighto that he a cold guy. So all of us know that the guy says that kind of guy. If you follow him, your own, you end up, you're the one that'll cry.
That's
Shebi,
true.
he advised Lagos stupid advice. Maybe them in the house now, they were not seeing how
Exactly.
Brighto was
Yeah,
moving. Obviously,
yeah.
Yeah.
we can see, but they cannot see. My own
Mm.
issue, I understand where you're coming from, Olori. My own issue is, if I am in a house 3 months and I decide I'm going to be a bad girl, homie, we have to enjoy ourselves together. I cannot now come and be giving you, I'm doing you girlfriend giving of this thing. Oh, where is my cut in this thing? I'm not
Oh my
collecting
God.
money from you. I'm not collecting this thing. We have not been dating for a long time. It's not as if I'm obsessed with you or in love with you for that much. And
Mm.
then I will now come and be giving you BJ. For what? We
Yeah.
have to come into an agreement. As in a sense of, like, for example, now, if it was Erica and Kid, and Erica gave Kid a blowjob the first time they ever had any sexual communication with
Mm.
themselves,
Complication.
I would say, Erica is setting P for what is to come. What does that mean? Setting P for what is to come, because she has now known from afar that this boy has a rich father in the outside. He took private
Yeah.
jet into the town. So she already knows that at least she can cash out. You understand that kind of thing? I can now say, okay, okay, you understand. But I don't even know, like, it's like, me personally, I think a blow job is not something you give somebody that is just, I mean, let us both enjoy ourselves. If we decide to just, as you said before, Nigeria is because of culture and conservation or whatever. Let us enjoy ourselves. If I've decided to not be a conservative chick, but instead you gave him enjoyment, then the next morning you're now crying wolf.
No,
Ah,
but that what I'm saying is that women are more likely than men to exchange, which is why I bring the money thing, to exchange sex for emotional higgy
that's what I'm
hags.
saying. Which emotional higgy hag is she looking for from Brighto?
But that one as in one we don't know the prelude.
Uh-huh.
One, two, we don't know how they saw Brighton in the house. We are seeing him from
Yeah,
the outside. And
yeah.
then three, she was in the
Yeah.
competition and the violent to get it by force.
Mm.
So Brighton was not just enough. So she decided to go and do over skill. That was ended her in problem.
But my
Yeah.
question is, let's look at it from Dora's angle. Dora has said now, when she entered the house, who did she like? Prince.
Mm-hmm,
Ozo was her friend. You did
mm-hmm.
not see Prince. You did not see Ozo. Okay, remove Ozo because Ozo was infatuated by Negi. You did not see Prince to go and suck dick for. He's Brighto.
No, but again, we like and we'll come to that Prince one. But again, you like who you like. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know what the attraction was personally for me, but you like what you like.
Because in all that Dorothy has
Also,
said
there's
now,
a game of numbers. If all men are taken by elimination,
Prince was not taken by anybody.
no, Prince was dangling around the tea badge thing for a bit in the
Nengi.
house.
Abi? Oh,
It,
Uh-huh.
okay.
there was a Nengi season, and then he now left
Mm,
Nengi for tea badge.
And then Watoni told him she likes
yeah.
him.
So I'm not sure when this particular
Thing
jobbing
happened.
happened,
Yeah, yeah,
but I know
yeah,
that Prince was occupied for a bit in the
yeah.
house with
Mm.
T Badge and
Yeah.
Nengi. So by game of elimination, it basically either you go for Lekon or Tricky T
Mm.
or Brighto. That basically what
Hmm.
your options are left in the house. So again,
Well,
I'm not holding for.
Yeah.
I'm like Dora. Part of it is that you wanted to force his hand because you
maybe.
had a
Yeah.
competitor,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you did not calculate your Kidikon well,
And maybe he
right?
wanted to trend in the outside. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe too. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is that as women, as men, if you're someone of like, I hate it when someone in this that in all this entanglement or situationships wants to go on only the legal arguments. I didn't ask you. I didn't beg you. You did of your own free will. We're all adults here. I'm like,
No.
when somebody is doing more than what like if, like as if it was trying to deceive us last week that friends generally fly friends out because they want to see them,
Excuse me.
right? To me, we are all friends. How many of you in this group has flown me out to see you? So
Hey,
let's
God.
all be honest here. Like nobody is flying you out as on a just friendship basis. And if it's short for you, why did you clarify before I gave you the blow job that okay, oh please, oh just in case you're not aware, just to confirm, right? We're still friends, right? As in, we're just because again, if you confirm before you receive that gift, the odds of getting that gift is going to be low. Same thing with a
Mm,
girl. A man is buying you a car. If you say, okay, please, oh God, I really like this car, but please, I can't date you, and I cannot sleep with you. Are you fine
mm,
with giving me this car?
yeah.
The guy may pull back. Same thing with women and sex, right? They're saying, okay, let's take it slow. That take it slow is they're not in and they're not out, right? So she now has hope. But if it's like, babe, there is no hope here. Oh. As a home and abroad, I cannot marry you, but I
Mm,
can knock you. Would she still sleep with you? Odds are no. So you know what you are doing by receiving a gift that you know that you cannot miss your own end of the bargain. And that was my issue on the principle of the issue with this Dora and Brighto problem.
I understand. I think Olori, you've argued your points well, which is good. I think my own final talk would just be that um Brighto is a crude, a bit shrewd business transactioner, and then and I wish Dora knew that before she entered. And I'll say, Dorothy, I'm disappointed because you chose the wrong sexual activity. Because if you're in the house, you should have done something that will be of benefit to you. At least we will not be in this point of crying and all this emotional this thing that you didn't get back. At least if you were satisfied, even to the point to know that, just like Katrina said, is 5 seconds. At least she was able to receive to know. But then anyway, now them sabi, and
But
it's just
another point that you kind of raised now, right? 'Cause when Dora first came into the house, there was a lot of, and I don't know if this is true, but there's a lot of talk about her being on the runs app or something to that
yes, yes, yes. I remember.
effect.
Yeah.
And initially, when she had the Ozo Nengi triangle, that she was still forming that Ozo is just a friend, a friend to me. But then she
Mm,
now I think confessed to him that she's tired of being in triangles, right?
mm-hmm,
And I think Katrina hit the nail on the head in the sense of um like if and I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm not body shaming her or anything, but like if men tend to not go for you for the looks, do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
um Maybe they like your personality, so they like you're one of the homies, right?
Mm,
Do you
mm,
feel the need, or have you felt the need to use sex to kind of change the game?
mm,
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
to kind of
yeah.
change it, to kind of break out of that friend
Zone. Yeah,
zone,
yeah,
which is
yeah. I
why
get
you're
what you
maybe
mean.
more likely to like offer sex to try and get that same um
Position or
yeah
something.
position,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
because
yeah,
maybe from like a body type standpoint, or maybe because of your boobs, 'cause she have really large boobs, right?
yeah.
Men are coming to you either you're a homie or you're a sex friend.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I get what you
So
mean.
to get an edge, let me
Let me show
try
you
and
my other skills.
best, exactly. So I wonder if that's because Dora this is the third triangle now that she's involved in,
In
right?
fact,
There's always a girl that they want, but that they want to keep her for the friendship.
and as she said as well, she said maybe it's because of how she is as a person. She's a nice person. So it's like that is also maybe taken for granted in a way because she's that's how she is,
But
is
don't you
what she
want?
said.
But this is why I struggle with that. Don't you want a nice person as a girlfriend? So how come
Exactly.
she?
Ah,
So how come she's always the friend, bestie?
let's ask
No,
Ozo.
it's true. How come she? I'm not saying that you have to date Dorothy because she's your friend. I'm not saying that, but I'm pushing back on the idea of if she's all of these things, right?
Mm,
Why isn't she your girlfriend?
But then, why would I wouldn't want somebody, for example, I wouldn't want if I have somebody who is a potential boyfriend or a guy,
Hmm.
and then
mm,
he's nice, he's this thing, he ticks some boxes. I need to be attracted to you physically. I
yeah.
don't want in future for me to my eye to be looking in the other direction because I was never attracted to you physically. So please, it's better you spare her that drama
No,
that make her
I
now her body will now be a problem for you
no, I
because you
don't
never liked it
disagree.
before.
But I'm
Yeah,
saying from her own standpoint, it's tiring.
yeah, it's true.
It's tiring because are you saying
It's
that
true.
also that me too? I don't have needs to be
To
wanted
be
in
to
that way.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You get
yeah.
what
I
I'm
get
saying?
what you
So
mean.
it's because I think that was the point that she made to Ozo on the Nengi issue,
Which I
that
Mm,
she didn't want to be in that triangle because she had just been there maybe like fairly recently,
yeah.
where we
yeah.
are friends. Because in ideally, as friends, I'm comfortable around you, then we move to the next step. But for some reason,
Mm,
I'm stuck there.
mm.
And
Yeah.
there's
To
some
be
girl
honest,
that isn't even treating you as good as I'm
that
treating
you're
you.
coming to complain to me about.
Exactly. Is who you are dying there for. So it's tiring. I'm tired of being
To be
the go-to
honest,
friend.
I have to say, even in the reunion, especially when Ebuka asked about the triangle, and he kept on asking also, don't you see how you put Dorothy in a situation where obviously it wasn't fair on her, and he still said no. I believe, to be honest, I'll say Ozoha is still a pant. Sorry to say, because it's like, can't you see? Although I get from his side that he said him it was a friendship thing, but if Ebuka comes every week in the live show or whatever to say that, to tell you, because Ebuka is their access to the world, and Ebuka keeps on talking about Nengi Ozo, Dorothy Triangle. Are you not seeing with your brain that you're putting this girl in a situation where even maybe other guys in the house are falling back because they don't know whether
Yeah.
you're interested in her? And he said, and Dorothy said she cannot believe he would say he did not put her in a situation. And even Nengi said it, that Ozo, she blames Ozo partially for the fact that her and Dorothy did not have a relationship, because everything that
Mm-hmm.
Nengi does that he doesn't like, she will go and tell Dorothy. How do you expect Dorothy to like Nengi? Because it's like you're coming with negatives. When it's positive, you're with Nengi. Oh. When it's negative, the next day you come and meet me and be complaining. And
I,
I'm your friend. So I'll be like, even me now, if any of you come and you're complaining about somebody you're seeing, and even if I've not met the person, you I know, I'll be
Mhm.
pissed off with the person. Even if I'll hate the person automatically. I won't give
Right.
even though I try as much as possible to give the person a benefit of doubt, it will be hard for me based on what the stories you have told me if it is negative. So also he was just acting oblivious to everything. To be honest, his own story is very different because he even denied that he had anything to. He told Katrina to help make Nengi jealous. The boy self now is a pant. That's all.
And for Dora, I think I will go into this more in the next episode with Dora. And this is why I'm not buying this I'm fine being friends with them story. Because I also feel like
Yeah.
if a pure play friend of mine, right, is chasing a girl that maybe thinks that because I get how if you're trying to get to know a guy and there's this bestie that's always around, it's uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
So if we're just pure, like I have no feelings whatsoever for you, right? I should not take it as P as Dora is taking it for Ozo and Prince, in my opinion, right?
Mm,
Because we're
true.
just friends. Like yes, I don't like Nengi because she treats you like trash, Abi, but that's who you've chosen. We're just guys, no big deal, right? If I need to fall back,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe my vex would be on the fact that I had to fall back on our friendship, right?
Mm,
That would be the vex. But
Yeah.
I'm in a triangle. Like to me, I feel like that the fight that she's fighting is a fight of a woman that is
she's
also having
jealous.
feelings, yeah, but she doesn't want to come out because she has seen
Mm,
that I have chosen
Mm,
somebody else. So there's no point me bringing my
yeah.
own feelings out now. But you're not also coming to me with all the problems. So
mm,
I'm kind of, so that to me that's what I think she was fighting, but she's not being honest.
she's
That all
not.
of, yeah, because
Yeah.
even in the Prince, and we'll go into that later, even in the Prince batch issue, it's the same thing. If we're just pure play friends, why this a problem?
I don't know. To be honest, Dorothy surprised me by saying, "Okay, we understand that you had this prince you liked first, but you cannot tell us." Even everybody in the house said it, that they can see. You cannot tell us that you didn't have any feeling for Ozo.
Yeah,
Come on, Dorothy. That was not a full chest answer, and she knows it.
exactly. And
Maybe she
is
doesn't want to give Ozo the pleasure because he
yes.
has disappointed her. Maybe
Yeah.
that is it. Yeah.
And again, I'm not trying to tell Dora's life story, but if you've been in this so many times, it's a protective mechanism, right?
Yes, true,
Before
true.
you even dump me or go and
Let me just remove myself.
I can see where you're going, and it's not towards me. Let me just stay in friend zone peacefully. Let me not do too much, right? So because I'm like, all of this drama is for, like, if you're just friends, this should not be a
A
problem.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Oh
anyway,
well.
it's like we're going to have another, BBN episode this week.
In fact,
So let's just
let's even just hope that if Erica is coming on Monday, it won't be a whole Big Brother,
As
half
in,
a month of Big
exactly,
Brother. Hey,
exactly,
because
exactly.
Erica is going to come in there as a baby girl. I trust her, and she's
Yep,
going to cause casala.
that's it.
Leko and Kid have been quiet all this time.
That's true.
Their triangle is coming.
That's true. And
Ah,
this is not even a triangle service. This is a straight line with a command inside, because I don't think
bam.
Lincoln was trying to be in the triangle, but they were not really
No,
trying to
no,
let him
no, no.
in.
Don't say that, please.
Okay, sorry,
Because
sorry.
Erica kept on saying, I am attracted to you
Okay,
intellectually. I
yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
see you.
that's true.
She man, she
Intellectual
confused
attractor,
the
yeah,
boy.
oh,
She confused him.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Okay, let's until the next episode, ladies. It's been a real
Peace
one.
out. Peace out.
so, bye.